What's up, everybody? Welcome to BioS 3 Raw TV. Well, today, which is Tuesday, the week before the Olympia, we're closing in on 5 more days to the Olympia. We got 2 things, news-wise, in the bodybuilding industry that popped off this morning. And I woke up and was like, well, that was interesting. Like, wasn't expecting either one of those, but here we go. So the first one I'm sure you guys have heard of by now, Nathan Deahsa has, as of today, pulled out of the Olympia. And basically, he has been arrested for performance-enhancing drugs. He's steroids. There was steroids being sold in his gym. Claims to not have known about it, etc., etc. And he has a court date that is Monday. So it's next Monday, all right? So a week from yesterday, which is the Monday after the Olympia. Now, for him to compete and get back to the UK, there's not enough time. He'll miss the court date. So his lawyers have recommended that he makes that court date because he took a plea deal with whatever the hell's going on. And that is going to play into whether or not, how he's sentenced. If he doesn't show up, it's going to look like he doesn't care. That could play into the sentencing. So they're like, you know what, you better just be here. So as of today, he announces that he's pulling out. Now, my question into this whole fucking thing is, and everybody's just talking about it, like, oh my God, like, here's the deal. It's not like they found out today about the court date, right? It's not like they give you like 2 days notice for your court date. They give you enough time to where they could have they could have announced this quite a while ago, and I'm wondering why they waited till now to make this decision and make the announcement. Like, why right before? Like, you probably knew this a week ago, maybe 2 weeks ago. I mean, I've been to court myself. It's not like all of a sudden they call you on Monday and they go, hey, Wednesday, be here for court. You know what I mean? Like, you have a lawyer working on this stuff. They have information that should have let you know that this court date was coming up. Therefore, the whole time he was training for this and getting ready for the Olympia, they knew this was happening, right? They knew this was going on. Now, whether or not they were trying to figure out a way to get him back, which is almost impossible, but still, even then, you would have known that, hey, we already checked out flights. There's not a single flight that goes over there would get you back in time, etc., whatever the case may be. Like, they knew about this ahead of time, and I'm just curious as to why they continued with the facade of, like, hey, he's going to compete, my best shape ever, da-da-da, all this stuff when this is going on. Like, it doesn't make any sense. And it's one of those things where I'm wondering if Nathan Deahsa Nation, that's what I'm going to call him. If Nation's camp decided that, hey, let's just go through like we're going to do the Olympia, and that way there we can keep some hype going for you, your brand, and keep your name in the mix, as opposed to he's out because he's got some kind of legal troubles. Fuck it, we'll focus on everybody else. At least he gave him a period of time where he was still in the spotlight, and people were like, well, maybe, who knows, it's a different Olympia this year, maybe. And all of a sudden, like 4 days before the Olympia takes place, hey, by the way, I can't because I have this court date. Well, what the fuck? Like, some of it doesn't make any sense. So anyways, but as of now, Nathan Deahsa will not be at the Olympia competing or at the Expo or anything like that because he has to be at court. So, wish Nathan the best, and hope everything works out for him. Plain and simple. It's funny because I'm not really sure how this works because in the UK, steroids are legal to possess, legal to use, but illegal to sell. So I guess that's the whole caveat is they were being sold in his gym, and he claims to not have known about it, but, it is what it is. So, best of luck, Nation. Nation. We're just going to call him Nation. Now, the other thing that I woke up to I thought was really interesting, and I kept hearing the name would be called The Rock Games, right? That's what I kept hearing about, Dwayne The Rock Johnson's bodybuilding show, which is going to be taking place next year in October in Atlanta. And I woke up this morning, and sure enough, there was a announcement on The Rock's YouTube channel saying that next year, ATHLETICON. That really, I went ATHLETICON, I said, shit, it's like the perfect name. Like, The Rock Games, I was like, it's kind of hokey, right? Yeah, The Rock's involved, but ATHLETICON, like SneakerCon, like ScienceCon, like all those Comic Cons, all that stuff, that's actually a pretty cool name, ATHLETICON. And he basically talks about how they're trying to get all these different athletic competitions taking place at one time to blend like athletes, physique athletes, like bodybuilders and stuff, the entertainment industry, they're going to combine it all. And I was like, well, that's super interesting because you have the entertainment industry that's going to be coming in, kind of paying attention to what The Rock is doing. Here's the thing. There's a lot of bodybuilders out there, a lot of physique guys, a lot of bikini girls, whatever the case may be, that would probably do really well in movies and stuff like that. At least as, backup or, assistant, what you would call it, but like an assistant role. Not a main role, but even some of them as main roles of superheroes and stuff like that. Like, maybe some of them can't act, maybe some can. But you're opening an opportunity where you bring entertainment into the bodybuilding realm. Now, everybody's mingling together. So it opens up opportunities for those athletes at the same time. There may be a CrossFit athlete that they're like, yo, we need a CrossFit athlete for this movie because we're having this, mock CrossFit competition. And they'll find the person there. I'm like, this is actually a really cool networking thing. And I'm like, shit, it's in October of 2020. So it's after the Olympia. And I'm like, this very well could kill the Olympia next year. It doesn't matter who comes back. The Rock with, Ford, Under Armour. I heard Red Bull's going to be part of it. NBC Sports is going to be filming it. The entertainment industry, like, who knows who's going to show up for The Rock to support him. You're going to be mingling with all these fucking people. Now, it's great that, the Olympia has necessarily the bodybuilding, the figure, the physique, the classic physique, stuff like that. And those superstars that come along with that. But now when you're switching to something like The Rock is trying to do with ATHLETICON, you're looking at not just seeing the people like that there that are in the fitness industry, but people that are actual athletes that are like football players in the NFL, stuff like that. People that are in movies, pro wrestlers. There's going to be just actors in general. There's going to be so many people there mingling. It's like, holy shit, dude. Like, this is actually going to be pretty fucking badass. And I do not see this thing being small. And I think even after the first year, this thing is just, if The Rock keeps pushing it, it's going to grow and grow and grow into something very fucking big. We know that the Comic-Cons have grown into something so big that they have them all over the world now. Well, this could be very much the same thing. They have Olympias all over the world. They have, the amateur Olympias, but they have the amateur Arnolds all over the world also. They have the pro Arnolds all over the world too. But here's the kicker. This one literally could bring not just the physique athletes, like bodybuilders, etc., but people from all over the world involved in the entertainment industry and athletes. It could bring all of that shit together. And I feel like because it's more mainstream, because they have more of the, let's face facts, The Rock, because they have The Rock pushing it, this thing is going to grow fast and it's going to be fucking huge. And I looked at it, kind of as a point of, it's going to push the Olympia to try to get better. In order for the Olympia to compete with ATHLETICON, they're going to have to change some shit. And they're going to either have to sink or swim. That's what's going to happen coming up. So now I'm like, now this shit's going to be pretty interesting next year. So now, just kind of sit back. We got the Olympia this weekend, which is the final big show of the year. We got a couple other ones that are like qualifiers that if people win, they'll be qualified for the Olympia next year. And then, of course, we have that little blackout time where it's around the holidays where everybody just chills and does their things. And some people start their diets for next year at that point. But then January, we start with the LA Fit Expo, and we start rolling with that. And after that, we got, 10 months until The Rock's ATHLETICON takes place. So I really have a feeling we're going to be seeing a lot more of this now that they've named it. They've shot at least that one commercial for it, which I don't believe they're going to shoot one little commercial. They probably have shot other stuff, so we're going to see probably the push starting now. And I think it's a good thing. Competition is a good thing. So hopefully you guys are still headed out to the Olympia. I know there's actually some people I know that are not going to go now. They just kind of decided, the people I want to see are not going to be there. The company I wanted to see is not going to be there. It's not going to be a good show. Like, people are actually backing out and trying to get their money back for stuff. Like, a lot of people didn't purchase tickets ahead of time, so they just have to get stuff back from the airlines or, the whatever. And, it kind of puts a damper on the Olympia this year. It just seems like one thing after another, Olympia-wise. It's kind of giving it like these little black marks on the report card, being like, this is not what it usually is. It's not what it once was. It seems like it's a fucking circus this year and not in a good way. Not a circus in a good way, but it just seems like it's something that people are not too pumped for this year, which I hope next year they change some things with the ATHLETICON coming around. But man, is this a big announcement? This is huge. So we'll see you guys this weekend. BioStraining@gmail.com. Leave comments down below, but don't fight. BioStraining.com's blog. It's the Olympia this weekend. We'll see you there. And we are out.